equipment. We're new at this, so sometimes we have some technical difficulties getting started. Our camera was kind of on the fritz. So we're back again. So this is the get ready for the day routine for beginners. So even if you've never done anything before, this is for you. It's progressive, so if you want to go back and see earlier ones, you can do that. Otherwise, just join in wherever you are and do what you can at your own pace. And right after this, we will hop on for our intermediate get ready for the day routine. And after that, we're going to get on again for our choreography workshop. Going to be finishing up our piece today, Never Enough from The Greatest Showman, with arrangement by DJ Tronky. So that's a really fun one. I suggest you tune in for that. And do please like and subscribe. Thank you so much, my fireflies. And planting your feet. And I want you to remember that just be conscious of your feet being very, very strong, rooted to the ground, like tree trunks with roots growing deep into the earth. So even if, a strong wind came up, your bottom half isn't budging, only your top half would be, maybe swaying a little. It's like a tree. And breathing in through our noses. Deep breath in out through the mouth and in through the nose. And out through the mouth. And in through the nose. And out through the mouth. And today we're just going to get a little tiny nod. Tiny nod of the head. Do things a little differently each time. And I can slow it down again. And we're just going to nod yes. But remember, this is just your head on your neck. It's not your whole neck that is going up and down. It's just at the top. This little nod. And then coming back to neutral. And a little shake and pull. These are very small movements. We're going to start with a small little shake, no. And we're going to slow it down and do a little bit more. But this is not something to strain yourself. This is just something to wake up and get your body moving. And coming back to neutral, dropping your chin to your chest. But again, you don't want to bend your neck too much in the back. And then roll one ear to one shoulder. And without coming up, your chin drops to your chest. And the other ear to the other shoulder. And dropping to your chest. And ear to shoulder, down the middle. Ear to shoulder, down the middle. And we're just going to rock back and forth a couple times like that. And back to neutral. And coming up. And shrugging your shoulders. Try and make your moves smooth and continuous. This is for our fascia, that organ that's just underneath your skin. That controls a lot of our movement, holds us together. And so I want you to just put your shoulders forward like you're trying to have them meet in the middle, and then pull them back. The same feeling. Now, if they don't move that much, it's okay. It's really just the feeling, the direction you want to give them. And we're going to come back to the front, and then rolling them to the back. You want to feel like your chest is pointing to the sky. And dropping them forward, rolling them back. Dropping them forward and rolling them back. And throughout the day, fireflies, as you're going about your day, every time you think of it, just roll the shoulders back. And give yourself a nice proud posture. And slowly but surely, your bodies can remember. And going forward, you can drop down here a little bit. And your head can come with you. So it's like a flow in your upper body. And one more to the back, just to come up to our posture. And we're going to come down to our arms. And they're just going to go to about about 90 degrees and come back down. Into 90 degrees, little hold and come back down. 90 degrees, stop here, and down. And 90. And drop down, and then to the front, and do the same thing. Up to the front, and down. Up to the front, little hold, and down. And this is just 90 degrees. We're going to go higher in a second. And 90 degrees, and hold. And then we're going to do 2 big arm flaps to the side, as high as they go. Now, however high that is, and then to the front, lifting twice to the front, and then we're going to go to the side again, and to the front again, and side, and front, and dropping down to your sides, and we're going to open and close hands. And at the same time, try to feel your toes fanning out and coming together. And so your fingers and toes are working together and you're widening like a fan, flaring out, and then coming back in. See if you can feel those toes at least. Get the nerve endings to connect to your brain, so that you feel where they are, and you can imagine them, your toes doing the same thing that your fingers are doing. And coming back, and let's just kind of wiggle our wrists from side to side. And then flapping them up and down, waving the body. And little circles. So we start a little bit different each time. We try and hit all the parts of our body, and little circles the other way. Try and get that rotation going. And none of these things have to be big. You can do teeny tiny circles, if that's what your hands do, what your wrists do. This is about you, so you want to do it at your pace. But try a little bit more each time. So I'm going to lower down and please hold on to something for this. So you can just you can either hold your leg up in the air or you can keep it on the floor. And then moving your ankle just from side to side, just kind of wiggling your foot. Getting that moving. This is something you want to hold on for. And you can keep your foot on the ground and wiggle it there. And then you're flapping your foot up and down. And today, let's try doing a little circle. One way, and then going the other way. And switching to the other leg. And hold on to something for balance. We're just going to be wiggling our ankles back and forth. And flapping our feet up and down. And then a little roll. Going one direction. And roll going the other direction. So we're kind of going outwards in today. And going back and forth too. So let's start with our knees a little bit. So we're just going to kind of loosen our knees so they're not really bending, they're just kind of loosening as though they're getting ready to bend and straightening back up. So a little loosen, straighten back up, a little loosen, straighten back up. And let's pick it up. So we're just kind of bobbing up and down with that. And coming back up. And now we're going to go to our core, which we've been working on a little bit. So we're just going to kind of roll down until you hit just about here with your stomach. And then we're just going to bow up and down. here from your stomach. And again, this can be a small movement, it can be here, it can be a bigger one. I should do a little bigger so y'all can see it. And we're just kind of bowing and straightening. And we're going to come back to this one a few times. So eventually we're going to be doing crunches. We're just working up, so surely. And go back to the middle. So now let's do our elbow raises. Raising just your elbows up, letting everything else just kind of relax. And then letting your hands drop. And just the lower part of your arm is opening and closing. And this time we're going to close that lower arm and raise our elbows. And go back down and open arms. So fold, elbows, down, unfold, and fold, elbows, down, unfold, fold, elbows, down, and one more, and fold, elbows, down, unfold. And going back to our knees, you don't have to change direction, I'm just doing that so you have a better view. And this time we're going to do a little bit of a bigger bend and straighten. What I want you to think about is having your knee go right over your foot. You don't want it to go to one side or the other, that's hard on our knees. So a little bit of a bigger knee bend. And we're just going to pop up and down with that. And then coming back up. And we're going to be bowing again at the waist. As you see, I'm trying to keep my pelvis still so it's not the whole thing coming with me. I'm trying to use, even if you have to make your movements smaller to get this part of your body, I want you to make them smaller, however that may be, so that you can feel this, this area start to work, because that is responsible for a lot of what we do. And coming back up, and this time we're going to do a side bend, and another side bend from side to side. Coming back to the middle. We're going to start to work that core a lot more as we go on. Start doing this. This is all helping us strengthen our middle parts. And coming up, and coming up. And now I just want you to put your hands, they can be anywhere, wherever they reach, or just by your sides. But if you can reach them kind of to your waist, and I want you to just pretend you're looking at the sky, but you're keeping your neck still, so your neck, it's not your neck tilting back, it's kind of your whole body. And this is very small and very gentle. All right, coming back up. Let's do our weight shift, and then we're going to do one more set for our middle knees. So thinking of your shoulders and your hips as a square, and bend our knees, and I want you to press into the ground with your left foot and shift your body weight over into your right foot. Now I want to press into the ground with your right foot and use that to shift your body weight over to your left. And we're going to shift from side to side. Remember to press into the ground as we do this. And you want to shift the majority of your weight from leg to leg. So one leg is carrying most of the burden, the other is there for balance. And help out a little if necessary. But you're trying to feel where your weight is being carried, on which leg, which part. That's what this exercise is. And let's do one more. And coming back up to neutral. So now we are going to do the biggest knee bend. So a little bigger. Try to get a little lower this time. We're going to go slowly and try and feel your muscles engaging. They are there. They just need to be activated. And nice deep knee bends. And coming down and holding it there. We're going to do our waist bend again, but with our knees bent. And let's do two more. And last one, I want you to just kind of hang there. And you can sway a little from side to side. And then slowly come up. Again, keep your knees a little soft. And we're just gonna move from one side to the other. This one from side to side. And I want you to concentrate on your middle parts, right? Because a lot of it, we can do the same exercise with a different part of our body working. And coming back to the front. And let's put the leg behind us. So you want your weight on your front leg, and you're stretching in your back leg. You can bounce a little if you want during this one. Coming back up and bring that lower leg, back leg, so you're feeling a little bit of a different stretch there. And to the other side. Leaning forward. So you're stretching out your other leg. Up and then putting a little more weight on your back leg. And giving it a little bend so you feel a different stretch there. And coming back up. And what I want you to do today, we're going to do our balances next week, is I want you to stand up nice and straight. You can roll your shoulders back again so you feel that. And I want you to feel your weight shifting forward onto the balls of your feet. And then back. So it's just like a little sway. But I want you to slowly but surely, this is about connecting our minds to our bodies, that you feel that weight shift forward, like your weight is coming a little bit off of your heels and shifting forward. And again, this does not have to be a big movement, it can be very small. We want it there. And big inhale. And big exhale. And then a big inhale. You're going to stretch out your arms to either side as wide as you can. And give yourself a Friday hug. Because you made it through the week. Yay, we did it, we're here. And whatever you did, even if it's just turning it on the first day, and the first day maybe you just do one or two things out of all of these, but each time a little bit more, and success is not linear, it's ups and downs. So having a bad day one day doesn't mean you're finished, you just go on, and there'll be good days and bad days, so the most important thing is to stick with it. So I am so happy to see you, my Flare-Flies. Hope you're adjusting to the new time, and have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next week. I'm just going to hop on again for the intermediate and then the choreography workshop. Love to you, my Flare-Flies. Goodbye.